Hi, hello. It is the first of the month, so it is time for a tarot reading. Yes, I am so behind. I'm going to be filming this, editing it, and putting it up like bam, bam, bam. Also, ignore the fact that I look like a pirate today. My hair is in a transitional place, and rather than have you sitting there the entire video forced to look at how bad my hair looks right now, I'm just gonna cover it up. It's a very hot day today. I'm out here in my bower, as you can see, because I figured I have a bower. I should use it. Hopefully the audio quality isn't too sucky. There's like no wind today, adding to the heat. So at least there's that. We do have the birdies singing, the chickens are over there clucking. If we had been filming yesterday, the horses also would have been over there because one of their pastures is right in the yard. But I didn't get to filming yesterday. Also, don't mind that my glasses darken. It will prevent you from seeing how bad my eyeliner is running in the heat. All right, so let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. We're here with my Dragon Age deck again because one person spoke up last time when I asked which deck I should use, and they said Dragon Age. So here we are with the Dragon Age deck again. If you have an opinion about which deck we use, comment below. But how was your June? My June was kind of insane, like so busy, and my July is not going to slow down. Like summertime around here, and for me, is always so busy. All of my July weekends are already spoken for, except this one. I'm planning to do an update video about my business, so I will keep that kind of to that video. I don't need to update people twice, especially since not very many people watch these. Oh, hey, hummingbird. We may see hummingbirds. I will, here in my bower. Let's get down to it. What is our first card looking at today? What is the past? What does the deck say about our June? We have the Three of Swords reversed. We are back to swords. Are we surprised? No. No, we are not surprised. Okay, so I do feel like this bounces off of the previous reading a little bit. This card is here talking about like negativity, negative self-talk, watching out for getting too in your own head and sabotaging yourself. And I think, if I remember correctly, last month we had a card that kind of talked a little bit about that, it felt like going forward, being very self-confident. So maybe we failed that last month and we were feeling a little bit negative, with a little bit of negative self-talk. My last month was such a blur, I couldn't tell you if I was being negative on myself or not. I'm sure I was, because that's who I am as a person. If you were having some negative self-talk last month, this card hears you, it sees you. There is a hummingbird like right near me. I don't know if you can hear the buzz buzz. If you hear a loud buzz, it's not a bug, it's a hummingbird. Nature has blessed us here in the bower. Next card for our present. How are we looking right now? Nine of Swords. Oh, swords. Swords. They find me. Nine of Swords upright. It's like a Dalish elf, perhaps, here. Hi, sweetie. You can have some food if you want. Okay, so I see that my Dragon Age deck is back to its usual personality. It was very kind to us last month, but it's back. She's back, baby. This card is all about anxiety, anxiousness, worries. Right now, we are maybe feeling very uncertain, which is accurate for me right now. I do have a lot of anxieties going on relating to money, relating to work, that kind of thing. And that all relates back to writing for me. So, like, it's all tied together with my writing career and just a little bit of like uncertainty right now, like which direction I want to go. Not a ton, but some. But hey, maybe this reading is not as much for me this month and it's a little bit more for you. So are you coming off a lot of negative self-talk and you're left with a lot of anxiety and uncertainty that you're feeling? This deck adheres you. Let's hope things look a little bit sunnier with our future card, but who knows at this point. Gotta smack it against my leg. That's a rule. All right, what have we got? The Page of Cups reversed. Is that? It's Dorian. It's my man Dorian. Here he is upright. He's my boy. I mean, Cups is magic. Cups is femininity. Okay, interesting. This is kind of lining up with our anxiety theme this month. This is a lot of uncertainty, a lot of extra caution that maybe we don't need, a little bit of distrust of people. I haven't gotten this card before. I did look it up, and it mentioned fear of creative ideas being stolen, which is not something that I necessarily have, but I did have a client who was speaking to me about reading their work, mentioning their fear of sending their work to people for fear of it being stolen. And that is a fear in the writing world. You always hear those stories. You hear the stories of like, my idea was stolen, whatever. I think that it is the exception, not the rule. Yes, there is always the rare possibility that something of yours may be stolen and definitely pirated once it is finished. But ideas are a dime a dozen, and just to assume that your idea is so special that someone's going to want to steal it, I mean, like, I know my ideas aren't that special, and even if someone did steal one of my ideas, if they just steal the idea part, the thing that they would create at the end would be so different from what I would create at the end. Also, if you are nervous, like if you're thinking about sending your book to beta readers and you're nervous that those beta readers are going to steal your ideas, one of the ways that I deal with that is if I don't know the beta that I'm sending it to, if I've never worked with them before, I send them one chapter at a time until like chapter 3. That way I know that they're committed. That way I know that, like, if they want to steal my ideas, they have to put in the work to critique them first. And like, most people who are just looking to steal your ideas are not gonna put in that much work. Like, they can go steal somebody else's idea for much less work. So like, that's a method that I use to make sure that like nobody's just gonna like grab my whole book and like run off with it. Not that I think my books are so amazing that anyone would do that in the first place, but yeah, this is a little tangent, but it just like, this particular point kind of hit me because I had just been speaking to a client about that. Obviously, if you send anything to me, you never have to worry about me stealing it. I have 1,000 ideas of my own that I have to go through before I would ever get to the point where I would have to steal somebody else's ideas. Like, that is not a danger sending your books to me. Definitely this feeling of anxiety this month, oh my goodness, like, I don't feel like this reading is for me necessarily. I feel like maybe it's for somebody who's watching right now. Like, usually these readings I can kind of tie back to myself, but I feel like it's leaning more towards one of you. So if you're feeling a lot of anxiety, a lot of uncertainty, you're feeling reticent to show your work to other people, because like, we all know that as writers, it's important, a very important step to finishing a book is showing it to other people and getting critique. And if you're feeling really insecure about that this month, maybe it's time to be brave and be strong and bite the bullet and show it to somebody. Maybe start out really low impact, like a family member that you know is going to like it. But this card does warn not to take a lot of quick, hasty actions as a reaction to feeling insecure, so feel free to take it slow and one step at a time. Like I said, maybe just show your book to one person who you know is going to like it to start, and use that as a jumping off point to be able to be brave enough to show it to more people. That's what I'm getting from the deck this month. Try not to let anxiety rule you, because today the cards are telling me that we are very anxious and we are feeling a little bit insecure, and we need to be aware of that and move forward with that knowledge. Because we all know telling somebody not to be anxious is ridiculous. So just like, have that knowledge of ourselves, that we are feeling anxious right now, and that is something that we can sit with and understand and try to work through. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I need to go edit this so you can laugh at my like pirate get up today. And then I have more videos to film. Hooray! So I will see you all in like an hour probably when I get this posted. Happy little hummingbird is still here. He's still here. Don't forget that I'm not afraid to show you my books. I basically shove them in everyone's faces, and you can purchase them now on Amazon or read some of my work that's available for free over on Wattpad. And of course, like we talked about, if you want to show your work to somebody who's definitely has no interest in stealing your ideas, you can hire me as your developmental editor. Your first 5K words are only $25, just to see if you like my style and we'd be a good fit. And of course, you can always support me over on Patreon. Patreon is a really big help in keeping my business afloat as I get more clients, as I get my feet under me, so definitely go check it out. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see all of you again next time with whatever it is I happen to be doing next time. Bye!